Hiya, welcome back. If you guys want to see how I created this eye, then please keep watching. Okay, before we start, I just want to let you guys know that I have done my eyebrows off camera. If you guys want to see how I got this eyebrow, just reference my previous videos. So, you know I was waiting for the big base from Plouise. Long story short, it's taken over a month to get here with 6 emails, 6 fucking phone calls. Sent me the wrong product. They sent me the black base and the brush set. Anyway, it's here. Are you ready? I was just not expecting it to be this big. Obviously, I knew it was big. Dun, dun, dun. Right, this is my Samsung S7. Don't come for me because I know I've got a shit phone. It's bloody huge. It is literally like bigger than my head. I can't believe it. I hope this lasts me a long time. So yeah, it is, I think, about £100, but meal for meal you get double. So I worked out how much it is for 15ml, which is the smaller one, and then how much for this big one. And yeah, you actually do end up saving so much more money. So if you use it a lot, then I would definitely recommend buying it, because I literally use it for every eye. Yeah, it says limited edition, so be quick, I suppose. The only thing, I'm like terrified of like squeezing too much out. But yeah, it does come out quite nice, and only a little bit dispenses at a time. And they give you like these cute little travel pots, so if like you're going away, just put them in there and you ain't got to take that big bloody wench thing. So right, shut up now, let's do our base. So I'm just gonna carve out my eyebrow and then apply the base just like we have done in the other videos. MAC 242. Keep tapping just to make it real tacky. So I'm excited actually, because I've got so much in the post today that I want to have a play about with. So I've got these neon pigments from Give Face Cosmetics, and oh, I'm so bloody excited to try them. I've got 6 pigments, and when I say neon, they are like acid, like fucking neon. So first of all, I'm going to take the shade Ultra Matte, and although this is a loose pigment, it is a matte pigment, so I'm going to apply it like I would a matte eyeshadow. I'm going to take it on a tiny little Zoeva brush, and because it is loose, I am going to be wary of the fallout, but that's why I haven't done under my eye yet, because it would ruin all that nice concealer. Picking up that product and just stamping it into a semicircle, because I want to do a halo eye today. So far, I love it. This is the first time I've ever used a matte loose pigment. Normally they're shiny. And Give Face is a brand that I literally found out on Instagram maybe about 4 days ago. I'm well happy with that. Look at that. Come through pigment. Alright, Jeffrey. Ping. Okay, let's take Hoochie on that same little brush and just stamp it a bit higher. Purple shade again, and just stamp over the top to try and blend these together. This could either be like a new little hack or a massive foul, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'd done the other eye off camera just to see where we was going with it, and I didn't quite like the outcome, so I'm just trying a new technique. Right, I'm going to leave that like that for now. Sigma E36 and just try and blend that edge. What is this scaring me? Will you blend or will you stick? That is the question. What is happening? I'm going to use the shade Funk from the Stacey Marie Carnival palette, and I feel like this will help it blend out a little bit more. But so far, I think I fucking hate it. Oh my gosh. Oh fuck's sake, what have I done? Right, let's take the shade Foolish, or Foolish. Foolish, I'd never say it like that, I'd say Foolish. Oh man, maybe I should be like, yeah, I meant to do this on purpose. Can I salvage this? That is the question. I haven't had an eye look this shit in a long time. Can you even see it on camera, like the edge? Right, let's take Wifey and blend this through a little bit more. I'm literally going to give this eye 5 more minutes before I start again. Please. Right, that ain't budging. That has just like stuck to that pigment like straight away. Like, I thought that eye was shit, you know. Mate, I'm going back to work for Topshop. See ya. Okay, take 2. That was an absolute shit show, wasn't it? Okay, so I'm going to use the Stacey Marie and BPerfect Cosmetics Carnival palette, and I'm going to start with the E36 brush by Sigma and the shade Wifey. So I'm picking up the product and stamping it onto the eye, just in like a sort of semicircle, because I want to create a nice halo eye today. Just wiggling my brush when I get to this bit because I am quite creasy here. Since I got the Plouise Secret Sinner palette, I haven't actually picked up this Carnival palette in a while. But as you can see, I've like hit pan on about 4 or 5 of the shades. It is a good palette. And it's nice because you can also get like nice vibrant colours and some neutrals as well, so you're not just totally limited. Okay, I want to be quite delicate when I get to this inner corner because there's nothing worse in my opinion than a muddy inner corner. You just want the look to be nice and refined. Okay, now that there's a little bit less product on your brush, make sure your hand is further down the brush like that. You don't want to be there because then you've got just so much control. We want a nice light hand and go a little bit higher than what we just done to blend out the edges a little bit. I find if you look down into a mirror as well, your eyes sort of stretch down rather than looking up like that. You want to be looking down so that you can really start to see where your socket is and work that shadow in. Just want to keep picking up a little bit more of that wifey colour to blend the edge out so we don't get that line that we got in the last bit. Okay, once we're happy with that, I'm going to take the Sigma E25 brush, and this is clean, and just blend out the edges again. I always find it easier to blend out the edges with a clean brush, and then if you're finding that that just ain't working, then pick up another shade. But that's what's good about this base, it kind of blends the edges out for you. Rightio. Switching to the shade Funk, which is a nice neon pink. I just want to put this higher, just on that same E36 brush. And then go back in with that brush again, and then blend out that edge. Next we're taking that E25 brush and the shade Foolish. Foolish? That sounded well posh. Foolish. Foolish. Do you know when you say something and you say it over and over and over and you think that just don't sound right? Taking the shade Foolish. I think that's our, yeah, that is definitely ours. So I wouldn't say foolish, I feel like bellend. I'm going to stamp that over the top. I love this shade. This is such a nice little peach shade, isn't it? I haven't used this enough. I'm going to get well more use out of this. Just stamping it inner to outer. I'm not wiggling my brush, doing any circular motions. I just want to build up that intensity. We'll blend it out later. Now with a clean tapered blending brush, this is the E35 from Sigma. We'll then blend out the edges with this. Let's take Funk again on that little tiny Sigma brush and just bring those two colours together. Because for a second there it was looking like dark pink and peach. There was no in-between blend. Okay, because I wanted to make this a bit of a halo eye, I just pop some of that wifey shade in that inner tear duct there. I want to deepen it a little bit. So I'm going to take the shade Guilty on the Sigma brush, the E36, and just run that right through my socket. I feel like they blended like a dream. Okay, so I'm going to cut the halo eye using a little bit more of that base. I hope another company don't bring out like a really good eyeshadow base, because I've got this to last me 12 years. I'm just going to switch to a tiny little paintbrush so I can get a bit more precision. Up to you if you want to do this step, just do what works for you. Once you're happy with the shape, just give it a little pat over it. We don't want it proper wet because that eyeshadow, because the eyeshadow that we're going to chuck on top will then start to crease. And I ain't about to start again. Okay, I'm going to take the shade Stella by Peaches and Cream Pigments, and with a small eyeliner brush by Sigma, this is the E10, I want to place this right in the upper part of that cut crease. Then with that MAC brush and a little bit more of that base, I just want to clean that up a little bit. With the shade Funk, I'm just going to blend the edge of each side. I'm going to take another MAC 242, quickly pat out that base because I can see it starting to crease. I'm just going to pack on the shade Foolish right down the middle, get quite close to that nice little silver pigment, and then blend it down. Then just blend Funk just over that peach shade to really merge them two together. Now I'm going to do a nice big sharp wing using the NYX ink liner in black, and I'm not going to talk while I do this because if I screw it up I'll be devastated. Do you ever get it with winged liner when you're like doing so well and you're like, yes, it looks sick, I'm like the best artist ever. You're like, oh, let me just touch up this little bit, and boom, you're like Amy Winehouse. Like, it's proper fat ear in it, don't worry, I'm going to try and figure it out. Let's put our talons to good use and run a baby wipe real close to sharpen up that edge. Okay. Kind of saved it, didn't it? To finish off the eye, I'm just going to give myself a nice good coat of mascara, and this one is the Smokey Eye Mascara by Bobbi Brown, and also a lovely pair of lashes by Tatti Lashes in the style TL9. How lovely are these lashes? Actually the first time I'm wearing these. Everyone raves about them and I see them like in the packet, they look lovely, but yeah, I love them. Not too much, are they? They're like nice, thin and wispy. For under eyes today, I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light medium sand. When I get to cleaning up this wing, I want to switch to a more precise brush and just get real close to that edge to carve it out. This is a good trick if you didn't get it as straight as you wanted. For under eyes, I'm going to take the shade Wifey on a Spectrum A12 brush and start to blend out that lash line. So for the waterline, I'm just going to take a little bit of the Revolution Pro Pencil in the shade Nude and put this right directly in my waterline. I'm just going to pop a little bit of Peaches and Cream pigment in the shade Pixie and then a little bit of mascara, and then I'll show you guys the finished look. And this is the finished look. What do you guys think? It was actually pretty easy. I don't think that you need a massive background in makeup to be able to achieve this. If you just follow the steps and like keep a nice light hand, don't pack on too much product, then yeah, I think it's quite accessible to most people. The only problem that I would find if you are new to makeup is maybe winged eyeliner. That's something that you can't just wake up and be like perfect at, you know. That's going to take a bit of practice, and I've been like a grunger and an emo since I was like 10, so I've been practicing winged eyeliner for freaking 16 years now, and even still I mess it up sometimes. So yeah, apart from that, and obviously cutting that crease there, the actual blending part of it, these shadows work like an absolute dream, so I definitely recommend them. But if you guys recreate this, then please tag me, I'd love to see it. If you guys liked this video, you know what to do. Leave me a little comment, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya!